Mother and daughter were rescued by the Dallas Bay Fire Department this morning.
They were out on Harrison Bay when the dangerous storms rolled in, and Dallas Payton has the rest of the story.
Last night, Melody Santiz and her daughter decided to go kayaking this morning to catch the sunrise. After stepping outside to check the weather around 5 o'clock this morning, Santiz said she thought it would be fine on the water. After an hour of being out on Harrison Bay hoping to catch the sunrise, Melody Santiz says the clouds began to darken, and shortly after, the heavy wind and rain began.
When the wind started blowing really hard, the waves started getting higher and higher, and her kayaks actually started getting full of water. And it ended up tipping over. We were trying to get the water out. We actually poured our coffee out to use as remove the water. And we did fine for about 20 minutes until her kayak tipped over.
They attempted to flip the kayak back over, but it wasn't working, so the daughter got into the mom's one-person kayak. Not long after, the mom's kayak started to fill with water.
And that's when I realized, okay, it's time to call for help, because there's no way that we'd be able to get out. And the more I would paddle forward, it would take me, for every paddle I'd go back, it'd take me 6 paddles the opposite way.
The 911 operator could barely hear Santiz with all the rain and wind, but she could hear the operator. Santiz says she told the operator she was going to put her phone in a safety compartment in her kayak and that the location was on. Keeping a positive mindset helped her fight through the severe storms.
To be honest with you, the first thing that went through my head when it started getting really bad is the last thing I told my husband. I'd be home by breakfast to make breakfast for the kids, because I have smaller kids. And I was like, I have to get home. That's all I could keep telling. I have to get home. I have to make breakfast.
She says her daughter told her that they were going to get through this together. They were able to make it to land, and the Dallas Bay firefighters found them shortly after. Amy Maxwell with Hamilton County Emergency Management wants to remind people to double check the weather and see what local meteorologists are saying before they go out and do any activities out on the lake, and to wear a life jacket at all times.
You need to make sure too that if you are going to go out on the water, that people know where you are ahead of time. What part of the area are you going to be in the water? What time do you plan on being back? So if you're not back at a particular time, then we have the opportunity to be notified and we can come looking for you.
Santiz says she's thankful they were able to make it back home safely to their family, and you can stay up to date on weather conditions by downloading our Local 3 weather app. In studio, Dallas Payton, Local 3 News.